Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you should know that I'm an aspiring polyglot, learning multiple languages and sharing my journey with you here on this channel. Today, I've decided to do something fun, something I myself enjoy a lot. So I'm going to show you the language learning books that I have and I've been using for years to learn different languages. But before getting into my language book collection, let's take a quick look at my library. Because why not? I love showing off my books for absolutely no reason. Okay, this is my library. And as you can see, this section is dedicated to literature. You can see that I have the Northern Anthology of English Literature, a glossary of literary terms, an outline of English literature, literary criticism. This one is on mythology, and as you can see, I have like 2 copies of the same book. Next to this section, I have some English novels, Lord of the Rings, for instance, or Jude the Obscure by Thomas Hardy. I got one of my favorites here, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. On top of these, I have some other novels, which are English novels, but translated to Persian. So next to that, in this section, I have some more novels that have been translated into Persian. For example, this one is a Persian translation of 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. And if we come down a little bit, on this shelf, you can see that I have some more novels, some more English novels. For example, this one is one of my favorites, The Great Gatsby by Fitzgerald. Next to them, I have some personal development books like Atomic Habits and Follow Your Heart by Andrew Matthews. I got some books on psychoanalysis and philosophy. I got a book on Sigmund Freud. Next to this section, we have some more novels that have been translated from different languages into Persian. For example, this one is David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. This one is The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. This one is another version of 100 Years of Solitude. And some more books here as well. Here. And then if we go down to this part, these are mostly my philosophy books somehow. For example, this one is The Sophie's World, translated into Persian. This is The Consolation of Philosophy in Persian. And then, for example, this one is Philosophy for Everyone. This is Philosophy in 30 Days. I got this one as well, which is The Divine Comedy by Dante. If we get to this part, these are my history books. For example, this one, as you can see, is on World War I. The book next to it is World War II. This is the history of English literature. This is the history of Mughals, and some other books. If we go down to the bottom shelf, as you can see, we have some small books, which are on different topics. We have plays, we have philosophy books, we have psychoanalysis, we have biographies like the biography of Charlie Chaplin. We got the biography of Shakespeare. We got the biography of Elizabeth I. And next to that part, I have some poetry book because my wife and I are just crazy about poetry. And then next to that, as you can see, I have some old books which I absolutely love. For example, this one is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. And yeah, that's it. This is my library. Okay, let's get into my language learning books. First, let's start with Chinese. This first one is one of my most favorite Chinese course books called Experiencing Chinese. And I do recommend it for anyone who wants to start out learning Chinese from scratch. Next, I have two storybooks, two novels, storybooks in Chinese, as you can see in here. The next book is Chinese Visual Phrase Book, which teaches Chinese through Persian. The next one is a multilingual book, which is both in Chinese and Korean, as you can see, and a Chinese magazine. The next language is going to be French. Now, for French, I use this course book called Le Nouveau Taxi, plus these small storybooks, which are perfect for beginners, those who are just starting out to learn French. I have this book as well, which teaches French through Persian, plus this other book, which also teaches French through Persian, called French in 90 Days, and a small pocket-sized dictionary. The next language is going to be Hindi. Honestly, Hindi is one of my most favorite languages in the entire universe. And this specific book, called Hindi Pati Pustak, is my most favorite book for learning that language. Next, for Hindi, I have this beautiful storybook about Galileo. The next book is called Hindi Safar Mein, which teaches Hindi for travelers to India. It teaches Hindi through Persian. This next book is also Hindi for travelers to India. Next, I have this book, which is a self-study book for learners of Hindi. Next, I have these two amazing books for learning Hindi. This first one is for learning the writing system and some vocabulary. And this one is for Hindi grammar. The next language is going to be English, and I'm going to start with vocabulary books that I have for learning English. This first one, Oxford Word Skills, is probably one of the best vocabulary books that you can find for learning English. The next one is 504 Essential Words. The next one is 1100 Words you need to know, and this one is Advanced Vocabulary and Idioms for learning English, and the next one is Vocabulary for High School Students, and this beautiful little book titled Word Power Made Easy. The next category for English books is going to be grammar, and this specific book, Modern English, is probably the best grammar book you can find for English. The next book is Grammar in Use. The next one, Communicate What You Mean. Modern English Part 2 or Volume 2. And this specific one, Grammar in Use, the complete version, which has Persian translation as well. Let's continue with some more interesting English books. So this next one is Street Talk, which doesn't need any explanation. Street Talk number 2. The next one would be Study Skills for students of English as a second language. I have 2 volumes of Active, which is a great book for improving your reading skill. This one also is a good source for improving your reading skill in English. It's called Select Reading. The next one is Interactions, which is another book for improving your reading skills. This one is a great book for understanding English newspapers. And this last one is Breaking News. It's also a book for learning how to understand English news. When it comes to cinema and movies, I have these two fantastic books to help me understand cinematic expressions. This next one is the study of language for linguistics, and this one which is for English phonetics and phonology. And these right here are my course books for learning English, plus a number of old school dictionaries. And this last one is one of my first notebooks that I used for learning languages. Let's take a look. These are my Chinese notes. And you can see I have written some Hindi in here. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.